Good evening. Okay, an announcement was made about an hour ago, saying that Christopher Nolan, he who directed Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, is going to oversee a new Superman movie that's hopefully going to be in development. This is good news for a good number of reasons, being that we know how well Nolan has done with Batman, especially with The Dark Knight. We know that he knows, about sort of comic books and stuff like that, and superheroes and such. His work on, for example, like The Prestige was just awesome. His new film that's set to come out this year is Inception, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. If you've seen a trailer for that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We don't know what the film is about. It's all hush hush at the moment, but just look at the trailer for it and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So what does this mean for Superman? Well, what it does mean is that Nolan is going to be helping out, like choosing, who's going to direct the film, who's going to be in the film as well, what's going to be the best approach for the film, how the film's going to be developed and things like that. Personally, I would like to see people like Brandon Routh come back as Superman. Villain wise, a choice between either Brainiac or Darkseid. Personally, I like to see Darkseid. No, not Darkseid, sorry, Brainiac rather. Purely because he's like the pinnacle of evil for Superman. Darkseid is more the pinnacle of all evil. He wants to see death and destruction and stuff, whereas Brainiac wants to just take over the knowledge, take control of people and gain excessive amounts of knowledge throughout the whole universe and things like that. So their goals are one and the same, but slightly different approach from either side. The other thing that I want the Superman movie to be is a lot of action, spectacular, none of this dark, edgy, gritty stuff, because Superman and Batman are totally separate characters. We know that. Nolan is aware of that as well, so no doubt that he will look at it from that angle and say, right, he's probably going to look at all the past Superman films that have been done, Superman the movie and Superman 2. He'll probably also look at the Richard Donner version of Superman 2 that was not released in cinemas. He'll then look at Bryan Singer's Superman Returns and think, right, how can I make all of these, turn Superman into becoming a really spectacular superhero, really action, a lot of action. That was one of the best things that I loved about Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, was that as dark and as edgy and gritty as Batman was, there was still plenty of action, and that's what it's got to be for Superman. It's got to be action, but bright colours, spectacular, scenes and effects and all that sort of stuff. The one thing that I've noticed throughout all of the Superman movies is that there's not been one movie that has actually had all of his powers being used all at once. Well, maybe Superman Returns, because we see him obviously being able to fly. We've seen him obviously being able to use his freezing breath, his heat vision, super hearing, and his X-ray vision and stuff like that. But I want the film to show more of say his being able to run faster and things like that. The only time that was ever shown in Superman films was, say, in Superman the movie, was when he was a teenager, running faster than a train. If you watch Superman 2, Richard Donner's version, there's a scene where he basically speeds out of the Daily Planet to rescue Lois, but as Clark Kent. Again, same thing in Superman Returns. You see a flashback of him running across the farm at full speed. So, but I want to see, Superman physically run from one end to another, things like that, to allow him to use his powers at a greater level, at a more spectacular level, rather than just, now and then he'll just fly to some place and, rescue someone kind of thing. I want to see big action, I want to see fights, I want to see him take on a villain like, say, Brainiac or Darkseid, or maybe even Doomsday, things like that. What do you guys want to see now that we know that Christopher Nolan's going to be involved with Superman? I think it's great that he's coming on board. It's good news for DC, good news for Warner Brothers, good news for Superman fans as well. Especially now that Smallville is getting so much more interesting, and after absolute justice. Again, I mean, I would love to see Brandon Routh be Superman, but if the Superman movie doesn't get made until around, say, next year, which will probably tie in with towards the end of hopefully season 10 of Smallville, who knows, maybe Tom Welling might be called up, but fingers crossed. We'll see. So leave your comments, let me know what you all think. You know, do you think it's a good idea that Christopher Nolan's coming on to help with Superman? Do you think it's a bad idea? What do you want to see in a new Superman movie? Who do you want to see play Superman? Who would you like to see direct, excuse me, the new Superman film? You know, do you want it to be in IMAX? Well, it's got to be in IMAX anyway. There's no way it can't be in IMAX and 3D as well. You know, got to throw in a bit of 3D in there as well. So yeah, by all means, let rip. See you later.